Shop and Tell. I'm Gina, and this is my dear friend, Tony.
Hi.
And we've been best friends for many years and have worked together, shared an office together. And basically what we've been doing to cheer each other up during this pandemic is just laughing and talking about all the crazy things we bought and
on the internet.
For sure. And so
because of the pandemic.
Exactly. And so we just thought we would take a time to invite some other friends. And first off, we're going to bring in our male mascot to help things roll along today, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hi. So glad to be here.
And Robert, you can catch on his own podcast, Galinsky Now, which is, or 9 p.m. with Galinsky, I should say, where he also has some home gadgets that are quite fun, which you may want to check out from time to time. And we also want to bring in for this show, our theme really is Something's Cooking. And we want to bring in our dear friend, Joy, who's a wonderful producer, and you can catch her producing The Comeback Trail, which the trailer was released today, and it opens November 13th. Hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you guys?
We're doing
great.
Good.
So
it's so nice to have you.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
One of the things that Joy and I discovered from late night chats during this whole crazy time was the love of QVC. And
yeah.
Joy knows it like no other. And so our first night that we really spent talking, gifts started flying back and forth with each other as a result of it. Maybe because we felt guilty buying it for ourselves. So Joy, why don't you kind of walk us through a couple of my first gift that you sent to me?
Well, first of all, I'm outing myself. Okay, I want to show you all of this. This is a In the Kitchen with David cup. David Venable is one of the best spokesperson they have on QVC, and he has a kitchen show. And Gina and I are obsessed with kitchen gadgets. So I turned Gina on to lock and lock storage containers, and she turned me on to this can opener that you don't have to. Yeah, lock and lock. Don't we love it?
Those are the best.
The best. And I am an organizational freak. I bought, Joy Magnano's huggable hangers 100 years ago. And everything has to be organized in my house because my head is not organized. And so
very impressive.
So I sent Gina lock and lock, and she sent me a can opener that you don't have to open yourself. You just put it on the can, and the battery powers it around the can. I mean, obsessed.
Those are so important because as things are almost impossible to get into, and as your hands become maybe more arthritic as we get older, it's hard to twist and turn. I love that idea.
Well, Gina is the queen. She sent it to me, and to be very honest with you, I never was a shopper on QVC before the pandemic, but the news so overwhelms me and my TV is on all the time, that now my background TV is QVC. And so I have a lot of shoes that I purchased and a whole bunch of kitchen gadgets.
Uh-huh. And one of the things that really, during this time, I've had a fun website that I put together called Staying Home Cooking with my girlfriend, Romy Rosemont. And it's been benefiting charity, but part of it has been a real experiment in taking some of the recipes and actually making them, which I realized at that time that I did not own a cast iron pan. So this became another huge conversation with Joy as we started to order cast iron pans. And the first one that we ordered was a QVC purchase, which unfortunately for Jeffrey Zakarian, if I've got that right, Joy,
yes,
was not the one that we loved. Although my mother, Edie, inherited that pan and she seems to adore it. We, on the other hand, have the one from Amazon that we absolutely love. and have made the best. I have personally made the best chicken from my website, Pamela Adlon's chicken thighs. So you cook it for, I think, believe 400 degrees for 1 hour. And the trick is you never open the oven door once or you screw it up. So that has been my big victory. And here's the pan.
I can't wait to give that one a try.
Oh, it's great. It's great because with the chicken thighs, you just arrange them in the pan, no oil, salt and pepper, put them in the oven, leave it for an hour, and it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing
I love that. My issue with my making chicken is when I'm done making it, it can bounce off the walls. So I'm just looking for a solution to be able to just make chicken that's tender and doesn't need any homework. So can't wait to try.
This is the recipe. God bless Pamela Adlon. I'm telling you, it's a great recipe.
And speaking of chicken, my dog Chewy only eats chicken. So now Robert will show you, I have an image from my kitchen, which is the 4 other ways besides that pan that I can make chicken for dear Chewy. So I've got them all, quite frankly. And it does not stop. Okay.
Hilarious.
And so I actually, besides my pan that we just talked about, I will not eat chicken anymore due to it because I cook it in the crock pot, the Instapot, the only one which was a gift from my friend Amy that really I'm very proud of besides the iron pan is the Cuisinart rotisserie convection oven. And I am very proud of that accomplishment. Oh, what is that, Tony?
Someone just came to the door. Okay, before we began, I had 2 of my clients who are actors needed to do a scene at a doorstep. So they had from 7 to 9. So I thought, how am I going to pull all this off? And I really thought he said, I have to bring you something. And I kind of had a hunch. And he just dropped off flowers. But I was hoping he would do it before we got started. Now it's part of the show.
Oh, it's great.
Spontaneity.
Anyway, we'll put them right there.
It's better than chicken, I'll tell you that.
Here's your oven.
That's
Pretty.
a picture of my air fryer. You have to understand something. I stopped cooking 25 years ago and have been eating in restaurants. I live alone. I don't like leftovers. So cooking is, what are you going to cook? 1 thigh? And so cooking.
He obviously likes dark meat.
Yeah, well, cooking was really, it's all those chicken breasts and all those diets. But anyway, so I bought an air fryer, and I have to tell you something. I am cooking like my mother cooked when I was a teenager. I cook for myself every night. I got my skills back. I now have to rebuy all the things that I sold in the estate sale and the garage sale because I was never going to cook again. And air frying has saved my life. And of course, I bought it on QVC.
That's amazing. And I bought this at an estate sale. Can you see it? Isn't that pretty?
Yeah,
Pretty. Tony, you've got kind of some major gadgets that you've recently purchased too. Give us a little heads up on some of that stuff.
I do. So Robert, are you showing video or am I getting started with my Cutco knife?
Let's look at your Cutco knife.
Okay. So right when the pandemic started, my son had his friend come over. She got her first job, and that was to do a demonstration for Cutco, American-made cutlery. I thought, okay, I'll do this, but I'm not buying anything right now. Turns out she did the most amazing demonstration. This knife cuts like butter. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to hold it up here to the camera. I was just so blown away that I was ready to buy the whole set, although I didn't. I just bought this one for $100 and was very happy that I did. And I think that after the pandemic's over and the money just starts coming back in, I'll probably buy a set. And if you want to know how to get a hold of her, just let me know.
Oh, I do. I'm in.
Okay.
And the other
Shall I go on?
Yeah, the other one that blew me away. Go ahead, Tony. This is tops it all for me. To go for your drawer.
Okay. So Robert has video of me. Last night I was like, how am I going to do this show? So I decided I'm going to videotape myself using my gadgets and gizmos that are in the kitchen. And I have the Sharp microwave drawer. It is laid into my cabinetry, as you can see from the photograph. And it's just so amazing. I think that it's my favorite piece of equipment that I have in my house. And I'm a nut about buying things. I have all kinds of things that will show on other shows, like my vibration plate. I have so many fun things, my Amazon Alexa. I never stop buying things that I think are amazing. And as you can see right there, that's my Amazon Echo Show. I bought it on Woot.com. Woot is my every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, sit at my cell phone and see what they might have as a special. And I bought my Echo Show refurbished for $44.99. I buy them as gifts for other people. We're able to talk to each other virtually. It's kind of like the Zoom. It's really fun. It gives me recipes. It sets timers. I can watch the news on it. It does everything you could ever imagine. I call my parents on it. So we have people set up from here and there, and the retail price is $179.95. So
Wow.
Wow, Tony, good for you.
yeah, I get excited, as you can tell. I love a good bargain.
That is for sure. Well, the other thing that we also talk about is just how, as we are using all these gadgets to get the damn food to our house. And I think we all have different ways that we've been really making this happen. And so I know, Tony, what do you use? Talk about.
I go to Costco.com, but it's through Instacart. And Instacart gives you a whole list from Whole Foods, which you can, get from your Amazon Prime, which is the membership I have on my Amazon Echo Show. I can ask for it to be ordered on my Amazon Echo Show, and it'll show up when I want it to. I have two choices. One is to have it to my doorstep, and the other is to sign for it when it arrives. You can order things that are fresh and organic. You can order things that are frozen, like ice cream. And I spend a lot of money on things that I get really excited about when I see them online, and a little bit too much, but it's amazing.
Joy, what do you use?
I also use Instacart, and because I talked to you yesterday while I got a Costco delivery, and today I'm getting a Sprouts delivery, and I've been locked up for over 170 days. So I started using Instacart right away, and I have to tell you, it's a lifesaver. And they really have their deliverers and their shoppers pick out quality stuff. So I'm very rarely disappointed with what I get. And I'm on first name basis with all the Amazon delivery people, with all the Instacart delivery people, with all the UPS people, with all the mail people. They come to my door. I either open, wearing a mask, or I talk to them, through the door. And we're now on first name basis. It's an amazing phenomena that when all this chaos is over, I don't think I'm ever going to give up Instacart. Because
I have two Instacart stories. I have two fun Instacart stories. So you're allowed to make contact with your shopper. And I was in a situation where I needed a bed frame because the bed fell through, and they had them at Costco. So the person called me, and I sent them down the aisle. They picked it up. It was delivered to my house with my groceries. Who would ever figure that could get done? That was so much fun. Last week, I ordered this huge order at Instacart. Everything arrives, but it was supposed to show up at 4 o'clock. So it was between 4 and 6. I called them at 7 and said, never arrived. And they go, okay, well, it's on its way. It did arrive. It arrived by 8, which was after hours, I thought. So I'm like, okay, I got everything I needed. The next day, I show up to my door after work. I have the same order all sitting on my doorstep again. They goofed. So I called Instacart and I said, what do? I have all these things that I've already ordered and I've paid for it. What should I do with this? And they said, well, we can't take it back. So enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah, I got extra chicken thighs yesterday, the same problem. I said, wrong item. And they said, well, we can't take it back. So enjoy them.
Yep.
That never happens to me. That's a bummer.
It will.
You better start ordering more food.
Well, I use yummy.com, which my husband wants to kill me because it's so, it's expensive. But what I love about it is it's usually it's in your neighborhood. Literally, if I'm in the middle of cooking and I need one ingredient, yummy.com, and they are there within a half hour.
Wow.
And it is amazing. I'm actually not sure that's the right Market logo. I'm not sure, Robert, but it's fantastic. They've got fresh produce and kind of nice different things that maybe you can't get at your regular Ralph's, you know. However, here are my Ralph's flowers that I got on special for
pretty.
$6.99, and I quite like them.
Beautiful.
There's your yummy.
Oh, there it is.
That makes you happy.
Oh, that's the yummy.com.
Yes, and it's kind of fun. You can go, if you see it, you can go to their browse brand section, which gets you in real trouble because it's just a click of a button. And that leads us to, I think, the closing phenomenon, which is there's nothing that even comes close to our situation with Amazon during the pandemic.
He deserves to be the richest man in the world.
That is correct. I want to discuss how out of control I've gotten on Amazon. Okay. Morning, noon, and night. I really credit them for saving my life. And so I kind of justified this whole thing because I have not gone out during the entire pandemic to buy one thing. So anything I can think of, it's not that I'm really spending a lot of money necessarily. It's just I would have gone out to the store to buy bath salts, anything. So
Batteries, right? Essentials.
yes. However, when you get down to when you buy crap like the Spurtle, did you even know?
Oh, you fell for that one.
Okay.
What is that? Gina,
Okay.
control yourself.
So my husband makes oatmeal all the time. Somehow through my friend John's site, they started talking about a Spurtle. And this is the problem with Amazon, because in a flash, before you know it, without thinking about it, you've looked that item up. And if it seems reasonable, like this Spurtle was $9, you have pressed send. So 24 hours later, thank God it came on his birthday, because then I could sort of justify it that he makes oatmeal. And wouldn't I be such a nice wife if I gave him a Spurtle for his birthday? It is supposedly a gadget that you only want to stir your oatmeal with. It's some kind of, I don't even have it right, maybe like Norwegian tool or some crazy thing.
I don't know. That looks like a paddle for spanking to me.
Gina, they have a set of them in silicone on QVC for under $20. All different sizes. It's about how you stir stuff, how you get stuff out of the pot. This is what Spurtles are. That's why I laughed. So I have to send them to you from QVC, Gina. And,
Oh my God.
you can tell your husband that you didn't buy them, I did.
And that is the ultimate key to success, which is part of what poor Robert will probably be now used as an accomplice. If you ever get into trouble, you have to say it's a gift from a friend. So sometimes I will use, oh, look what Tony dropped off for me. Oh, Joy, this is so nice. I mean, Lauren actually really loved the Lock and Lock because you really can, inside is every size that fits right into the next one. So you can have,
great.
yeah, so 10 Lock and Locks, and you've got basically 5 inches of your kitchen used up, and you're a success. So that is the key.
I love that.
What tell us about 1 or 2 items you guys have bought on Amazon before we end our show?
I buy everything. I buy hair shampoo. I bought nail polish. I bought nail polish remover. Besides the essentials, it's all those things that I can't go out to get anymore at Target or at CVS. And so it's on Amazon. And what you said about the gifting, every time there's a box at my door, I open the door and I go, oh, I got another present.
Isn't that exciting? I love when that happens. I also, remember I'd mentioned Woot. Woot is owned by Amazon. So Google Mesh, which helps my Wi-Fi stay throughout my whole house. I have them planted in different points of my house. I bought on Woot. You can buy them. Some things are brand new, others are refurbished, but it's Amazon. Amazon, play me, fly me to the moon.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Here's Fly Me to the Moon.
this is
by
fun.
Frank Sinatra and Count Basie on Amazon Music.
Not that we need to take time to do this and I'll ask it to stop, but I just thought it would be funny to say there's just so many things that Amazon can do for us. And it's playing in the background. So I'm going to say, Amazon,
Here's something I
stop.
found on the web.
And also consider the fact that Amazon is employing people who really need jobs. And, you know, you can have your own marketplace on Amazon. A cousin of mine is selling spray bottles and dispensary bottles
Oh, wow.
on Amazon. So I have nothing but good things to say about it.
That's beautiful. Amazon, stop. Sorry, guys.
So on that note, how much do we adore each other as girlfriends, and of course Robert
And Joy and Tina.
keeping
This is
everything
the best.
rolling for us.
This is the best, and you know you're not alone, even though you are alone.
Yeah.
You two ladies are lucky enough to live with people. I live alone, so all of the Zoom and all of this brings us together, and I am so appreciative.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and I hope next time we meet, we'll talk more about how you can shop and tell.
And can't live without it. These items are items that you can't live without.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Robert,
Bye, Tony.
Joy, Tina.